How can I learn to control the physical body feelings of how somebody passed away? I was doing a reading start of the year and physically felt how she passed. The lady didn't mean to follow through with the suicide, but the last second she slipped and I felt my throat tighten. It was the second or third time I've experienced this physical feeling, but this one was the strongest. When we are working with the spirit world, if we are blended with them sufficiently, we should feel everything. If we think about our etheric body, that part that goes back to the spirit world, the blueprint, the spiritual body, that is everything that we are. It holds everything. But if I were to go, when you get that goosebump feeling when the spirit world come in, well, the spirit communicator is doing that too. But what they're doing is they're influencing your mind, your emotions, and your physical body. So when they give you a memory, your spiritual body's going, oh, your physical body's thinking, oh my goodness, and your mind's going, I'm being strangled. So you will feel it. All you need to do is to acknowledge that the minute you say that in the contact, it should diminish. Or maybe have a word with your team and just say, is there some way that I might not feel it quite as intense, but maybe that's part of your mediumship. I know that Phil and I have done contacts for people with very, very unpleasant experiences, and we have had to live through that. In that moment, it doesn't stay with us because it's not our life and it's not our death. If we hang on to it, then we're making it about us. Mm-hmm. In that moment, we need to experience it, share it. It should disappear unless we're holding on to it, and then allow it to be part of the experience.
We are the storyteller as the medium, so we've got to really tell the truth, tell their story in the way that they present it. As I said in the previous question, we have mental, emotional, physicality. There's the word, Denise. I've made one up. Physicalities. My words are going this morning. I need to go back to sleep. But what happens is we're living an experience, and that experience is a personal journey of you. Spiritual communication or mediumship is not just about the communication. It's how we empathize with those people that have gone before, how we learn from those contacts and how they affect us. So if we put ourselves into your shoes and how you felt, I would imagine it's not a particularly nice feeling to have, but our job as the medium is to tell the story. And there's a reason why they mentally show us and let our emotions come on the back of it, because it adds to the story. Not everyone that unfortunately passes by suicide means it. Some people, it's a cry for help, and we can feel the emotional pain they're going through, but we can also feel that little bit of regret that they didn't want to pass that way, they didn't really want to do it, or they feel the regret that they've hurt somebody here by their actions. We do not get punished for things like that in the spirit world at all, so we can shatter that myth straight away. It's a choice of who we are. I had a very close friend who took his own life, suicide, and it took me many months, probably over a year, to recover from. And I went to see a counsellor. I agreed because my boss thought it was help, because he used to work with me, the young gentleman. So I agreed, and the most profound thing that counsellor said that day, because I only went for one session, is basically where she turned around and said, most people plan their ending. And I thought, then it hit home, because I thought about it and I thought, he did everything meticulously. He absolutely, so it was a big learning curve for me. But now I have an understanding of that side of thought. So in contacts, I can understand it a lot better, and I'm aware of my emotions and how to put those emotions into a thought form, into a way of presenting it in its most respectful way, but true to their entirety, of how they felt when they passed, why they have, if they want to explain that, and how it came about. So again, we are the storyteller, and our job is not to interfere, but tell their story. However emotional it makes us feel, we've got to keep out of that drama and express those feelings and thoughts across. So I hope that helps. Physicality, there's the word, Denise. I've made one up.